What's up, everyone? Coming to you guys live from LA. Hope you guys are doing good out there. And I wanted to make a video on the last UFC fight on Saturday, 3 days ago, on the 21st. And I wanted to talk about the main event and some of the other fights. There were a lot of good fights I wanted to talk about. But obviously the main event, Davis and Figueiredo. This dude is something different. Davis and Figueiredo is honestly proving that this guy is, you know, someone that's apart from everybody else. Just like Khabib Nurmagomedov is, so good that he's just apart from everybody else. So I mean, this guy is honestly ragdolling all his opponents, coming in and literally finishing them off in spectacular fashion. And this guy's really, really good. Davis and Figueiredo is seriously making a name for himself, and you know, a lot of people can argue and say, "Oh yeah, you know what? He didn't really fight anybody tough." You know what? Let me tell you, he did. He fought a lot of people tough actually, but yeah, this guy is honestly very good. He's exciting. Just like Dana White said that one time recently. I don't know in which post conference it was, but he was like, "This guy's always angry. He brings that angry demeanor, and um, attitudes make the whole show more entertaining because attitudes make stories, and the stories make the the entire um, fight sport more entertaining to watch as fans. So it's good that some fighters bring that, like Kobe too. That type of attitude does indeed bring entertainment. But yeah, Davison Figueiredo has beaten Joseph Benavidez twice. Tim Elliott, you know, Joseph Morales, Jared Brooks, um, yeah, now Alex Perez. So Davison Figueiredo is a monster. He's like on like what 6-5 fight win streak at this point, and they've all been in the UFC. So it's not like he he's someone that's entirely new. This guy has been coming up the ladder and making a name for himself. So yeah, Davis and Figueredo. I mean, just like Dana White said, he's like, if you don't like to watch this guy out fight, he's like, don't watch the sport because this guy is literally the pinnacle and the showcase of mixed martial arts, and you know, someone that's able to put it all together and achieve a physical victory. So yeah, Davison Figueiredo has it all. He's got the striking capability. He's got he's entertaining to watch, and yeah, he finished Alex Perez in the first round with 157 remaining. So that's really good. And then the co-main event, Valentina Shevchenko against Jennifer Maia. I mean, honestly, I didn't watch that one, but I know that um, Valentina is an absolute monster as well. She's been in the game for a long time. Valentina Shevchenko is, I mean, she is an opponent that I would honestly imagine that no girl wants to face, only because she's so tough. She never backs down. She'll go. Let me put it this way. Valentina Shevchenko will go through a war if she has to get through a victory, and there's a lot of fighters that don't wanna go through a war, not knowing whether or not they'll get a win. But yeah, Valentina Shevchenko has been in the UFC for a while. She's made a name for herself. She's, actually a fighter that's been on the win streak for the most of her career. So she's actually she's actually very she's on like a what, 7 fight win streak. So she's doing really good for herself. I mean, the only loss she had to was Amanda Nunes, and arguably, a lot, a lot of women have lost to Amanda, but it was a close fight indeed, regardless. So, yeah, I mean, I would not mind seeing them run that back, even though she did lose to Amanda twice, but still, she's been on like a 6 fight win. What is it? Yeah, 6 fight win streak. So 6 fight win streak. She's been on ever since. So I mean that's crazy. Um, but yeah, good for her. Let's see if I don't know where the rankings are. Let me see if I can pull that up real quick. Rankings. All right. Let's see if we can get something over here. Yeah, she's second place, but she's also the flyweight champ. Oh yeah. So yeah, she's doing really good for herself. And then there's her sister. But yeah, I'm talking about Valentina. Yeah, I mean Valentina's an absolute monster. But yeah, she got the victory there. Um, on Saturday. So, and then oh my God, Tim Means and Mike Perry, guys, I called it. Tim Means, I love Tim Means. This dude always brings it, man. I don't know how many times I have to say this. If Tim Means is fighting, you know it's gonna be exciting. Now Tim Means is one of those guys, that will go through a war to, get a victory, whether or not he'll know it'll be successful or not. But Tim Means will fight. Tim Means will put up a fight, and Tim Means, will showcase his ability because the dude is actually very skillful, and he certainly was able to show that on Saturday against Mike Perry, and Mike Perry, is a beast himself, but for him to coming in, for him to come in miss weight by 5 pounds and not be serious about it and be cocky, certainly cost him. He absolutely underestimated Tim Means, and that was a big mistake. And Tim Means is, certainly someone you don't want to be underestimating at all. So, the fact that he, uh, you know, chose that path cost him on Saturday night and cost him big time. So, um, he's won like 7 fights in the UFC, but he's also like lost 7 times. So he's like at a 50-50 ratio. So I mean, I'm not really sure how that's gonna play out. I might be wrong. I'm not really sure. Let's find out really quickly actually regarding that. So Mike Perry, you know what the thing with Mike Perry is? The dude is always so entertaining. Like say what you say, but Mike Perry is just someone that everybody always just wants to know about. Like what's going on with Mike Perry. So the thing with Mike Perry is compared to a lot of the other UFC fighters like Donald Cerrone and stuff is that Mike Perry is much younger and he can I think fight for a little bit longer. But compared to like Anderson Silva, Donald Cerrone, and a good amount of the other fighters, it's obviously a good idea for Mike Perry to slow down a little, regardless. So, but yeah, out of his last 5 fights. He's only won 12 two times. So Mike Perry does need to, definitely slow down and reconsider his moves in the UFC because it's not really that great. But he certainly made, um, s- you know, uh, he certainly made sounds for himself, get his name out there and to make a little brand for himself and carry it at the same time. So um, there you have it with that. But uh, yeah, Mike Perry, put up a good fight against Tim Means, but Tim Means was just too much. And I told you guys, man, Tim Means, this dude brings it, man. I love it when Tim Means fights. See, this guy's a true veteran as well. That was an excellent fight. Kaylin Chupagin against Cynthia. I didn't watch that fight. I didn't, don't really care much for that, honestly. But yeah, nice to see Caitlin win, I guess. Um, so yeah, there's that there, and then Paul Craig against Mauricio Shogun Rua. You know what? Just like Dana White said, some of these old guys just have to stop fighting. And Shogun Rua was definitely not himself. And, his loss to Paul Craig and just the way it happened was, an absolute shame to his career and, Shogun's name. But, that doesn't mean there's anything bad. It happens. It happens to the best of them, you know. But obviously, Shogun lost, and he wasn't his old self. And honestly, I agree with Dana White in saying that the guy should stop fighting. He should, retire for his own good, just like they similarly recommended to Anderson Silva, but obviously Anderson came out with a statement saying otherwise that he's going to continue fighting, but certainly not in the UFC, as Dana White will not allow that. And also, um, now we have the same recommendation being you know, um placed before Shogun because he's not the same fighter anymore as he used to be. So Shogun, had his time. He, showcased a lot of good mixed martial arts whenever UFC was up and coming itself. But now it's time for the guy to retire, and he's done what he's had to, and he's proved himself already. But for their own good, they should stop fighting. So um, yeah, that's what I would say for Shogun. Considering his performance was just not there on Saturday. And then what other fights were there in the prelim? Brandon Moreno um, against the two Brandons, I guess, fought. And then what else is there? Joaquin Buckley got the TKO against Jordan, right? I'm not really sure about that one. I don't really know those guys. And then the really prelim, yes, Alan Joban, another veteran of the UFC. He's been here for a while. Alan Joban, 17-7, was able to get the decision victory over Jared Gooden. Um, I haven't watched that one, but just seeing some of the post highlights, I mean, I've come to find out that that fight was also a war. So, yeah, I guess it was very entertaining to watch, and yeah, the early prelims were all certainly exciting. It looks like I'm not sure about the second fight, but yeah, Kyle Dawkins, he's a 10-1, and he was also the victor of that night between the him and Dustin Stoffels, who was also 13-2. So quite the records there. Um, but yeah, looks like UFC 255 was a big night. certainly entertaining from all the comments and reviews that I've read and everything that I've heard from my friends. So um, we got Curtis Blades and Derek Lewis coming up on Saturday the 28th, so 4 days. 4 days from now, 4 nights from now, we will um, be seeing Curtis Blades against Derek Lewis on the UFC Fight Night on Saturday, November 28th at 7 p.m. Whereas the prelims, I believe, will start at 4. I was gonna say 5, but then I thought of 4, and then I'm like, no, it's gotta be 4. 5 would be too early in between. So yeah, 4 starts at 4 p.m. for the prelims. But yeah, guys, I'll definitely do more videos in terms of who I think will win and my predictions for Curtis Blades and the Derek Lewis fight card. And I just also want to say that yeah, 255 was crazy. UFC 255 was one great of an event. So yeah, for all those UFC fans, you did this card can actually go down as one of the greatest underdogs. Because all the fights independently were pretty good for the most part. So um, I'm gonna leave it here, guys. I'm gonna take off home. I'm a little tired. And yeah, I'll catch you guys next time. And drop your comments and like the video and let me know what you guys thought about UFC 255 and uh, who you think Davis and Figueiredo is gonna be fighting in December because it looks like he wants to do another fight. But yeah, I'm gonna talk about that entirely in another video soon enough. So yeah, guys, be safe out there, and I'll catch you guys later.